At least 10 people have been killed in overnight Russian air attacks on western Ukraine. According to authorities, the strike hit two 9-story apartment blocks in Ternopil and also left dozens wounded and damaged energy and transport infrastructure. Zelensky condemned what he called brazen attacks on ordinary life, calling for air defense missiles aid from allies. The strikes prompted Poland to temporarily close 2 airports in the southeast of the country, the army scrambling Polish and allied aircraft. Air and navigation services cited the need to ensure freedom of operation for military aviation. Well, for more on this story, we can cross live to our correspondent, Emmanuelle Chaze. Emmanuelle, what more do we know about these overnight strikes?
Well, it's been another nightmare of a night for millions of Ukrainians, especially in the western part of the country, but not only. But the west was particularly targeted by Russia's over 470 drones and 48 missiles. You mentioned the city of Ternopil, where 10 people died and over 30 were injured when bombs just struck high-rise buildings in the city. It's a very, it's a small city of the western part of the country, and people there are, I would say, accustomed to alerts, but not accustomed to such, an unleashed terror against their city. And last night again, Russia was targeting energy infrastructure in Lviv. There was also substantial damage and also emergency power cuts in the city in the northeastern part of Ukraine, in Ukraine's second biggest, largest city, Kyiv, with 1.3 million inhabitants. It's over 30 drones that were launched across the region, 20 in the city. There's also a number of people who have been injured, also extensive damage in the city, including a hospital that has been damaged, a supermarket that has been damaged, and residential buildings with hundreds of windows which have been blown up, cars, also dozens of cars in the streets that you can see completely charred. So Russia continues to unleash those attacks, and they destroy extensively the energy infrastructure, but also and mostly so human lives. As of this morning, we know that at least 10 people died, over 80 were injured all across the country.
And briefly, Emmanuelle, this also comes as President Volodymyr Zelensky is in Turkey visiting his Turkish counterpart.
Yes, Volodymyr Zelensky is out of the country at the moment. We've seen him in Paris securing a declaration of intention for the delivery of 100 fighter jets from France, but we don't know when, we don't know how this is going to be financed. It's still a good news, and Volodymyr Zelensky continues his diplomatic efforts to try and secure more support from its allies. He also tries to reboot any peace talks that had been discussed and that now really seem to be a thing from the past. It doesn't really come as a surprise for Ukrainians, because millions of them are under daily Russian attacks, so they see no will from the Russian side to stop those attacks, to stop the fighting. However, the diplomatic efforts in that sense continue, at least on the Ukrainian side.
All right, Emmanuelle Chaze, thank you very much for that update from Kyiv.